All right. So I want to continue looking at starseeds. Um, I have done a bunch of research on this over the last, I don't know, week or two, whatever. And as I've been digging, I have found shockingly little that is anything above rehashed New Age horseshit looking at the topic of starseeds. It's almost impossible to find anything specific, right? Um, and I found one source, but it wasn't consistent because as I looked at some other things from that same source, I found rehashed New Age bullshit. So, looking at star seeds. So, I guess we're going to begin with how can you tell, right? So, how do you tell within yourself if this is true or not? Um, and also where you would come from. Now we get a reverse 3 of swords and 7 of wands. Now the 7 of wands, the thing that immediately stuck out to me, and this has been my theory anyway, the palms are what sticks out to me, or the hands, and there has to be a mark on the hand that would show not only being a spirit that is not a terrestrial human spirit, but there would also have to be a mark that you would think if the different star systems have different types of spirits, the marks would be unique to each of the systems. Now, that is underneath a 3 of swords. Now, there's a potential. Well, I was thinking there was a potential of blood in here because I feel like blood type might also add into this. But what I was thinking is there was a drop of blood there. As I look at it closer, there actually isn't. So maybe not. I mean, I still do actually feel like blood type might be some sort of a marker, but I could be completely wrong about that. Now, the 3 of swords on its own, heartbreak and betrayal. The 3 of swords reversed is just this really, really old heartbreak. Now, there could be a mark on the hands, and there also might be just a feeling of ancient betrayal or something like that. Now, normally I'm going to look at on either side of the top card, but currently I am finding this more intriguing. So let's just see what we have around the 7 of wands and the cards that are looking at the hands. Let's just see what we have around it, and we'll kind of go from there. Justice and the 7 of cups. Okay. So what is really sticking out here are the keys. This is going to be a very unconventional reading for me because normally I'm just looking at the Justice card and saying this is about fairness, blah, blah. But because we're looking at very specific markers, that isn't necessarily going to work. So, keys. What is happening here? Huh. I'm just seeing the toes and like these weird little light bulb things that are on the ends of the toes. Okay, so going around the hands, marks on the hand. So we have a key. I mean, the 7 is about creative expression, but when I'm trying to find out more specifically what is going on the hands, the thing that I'm still getting are these little things on the ends of the toes. Um, Geez. So it's not even a hand, it's a toe. So here maybe there's marks on the feet um, as well as the hands. And I know that this is true. I know that just like the lines of the hands can be read, I know that the same is true with feet, but I do not know how to read feet, But okay, so we've got marks on the hands and the feet. And so I didn't state this, but the random word and number for this was key 63. And maybe that's why the keys are the thing that's sticking out to me. I should take that out of my mind and relook at the Justice card and see what we have here. I'm just going to look away for a second and think about Skittles. Okay, now we'll look back at the Justice card, and now I'm kind of getting the pommels of the swords. But currently, in either rate, I'm going to say that this is unclear. But I do believe that we have markings on the hands and feet, as well as some sort of ancient betrayal. Okay. Now, let's say that you have a unique marking on your hand or on your foot. And so let's try to use this key. So how does a person with the feeling that they are a star seed, or maybe even a straight up marking, what do they do with that? So how do you use that for deeper understanding or whatever? I mean, how do you use it to your advantage? And, well, I'll be darned. There is the devil. Okay, well, there's one more that wants to come out here, and I think I'm going to need more than that. Queen of Cups. At its base, the devil is about obsession and possession. Okay, well, this is going to make a little more sense, I guess. Let's look at just the devil, the key to a deeper understanding. If you are a spirit from a different system, then the religions and probably even the spiritual practices of Earth are not going to resonate. They're not going to make any sense, They're not going to feel true. So whatever your spiritual truth is undoubtedly going to show up as, at least in the monotheistic ways, your spiritual truth is going to be the devil, right? Because it's the thing that is not the monotheistic established stuff. All right. From there, we get the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is love and devotion. What else do we have coming out of this? I'm kind of seeing the painted toenails here. But at the end of the day, I guess, so we do have these painted toenails, and I don't exactly know how that fits in. That was kind of sticking out. But this would be accepting your spiritual truth, even if it is unconventional, and maybe even straight up seen as the devil, and showing devotion and love and care, and sort of giving that to your spiritual self. It looks like that is the key. And that is really difficult to do when you have grown up on Earth. I think this is pretty much true for wherever you grew up on Earth. But whatever your spiritual truth is that does not come from this planet is going to be severely frowned upon by the spiritual establishment, wherever you are, right? So treating that energy with devotion and love when you've been programmed your whole life that it's evil, dangerous, scary, keep it away, you're a witch, whatever. All right. Now, we can try to get more specific because here we have this light, and this light is being cast over here. So let's try to see what the light is being cast upon. We get a Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is the moment. I am also really seeing the clock in the background that is striking midnight. So maybe if you sort of organize this around some sort of a clock or calendar, that might be helpful. But really, the Two of Cups is about a moment. So here, this is just giving devotion to your spiritual truth in a moment. All right. I just want to see how many different types of star seeds there are. So here I'm looking at a number. Well, this did not happen on the screen, but I just picked up the rest of the deck, and this is the card that sat there. There are two behind it, but I think it's mostly about this 8. So as far as a number, it looks like 8. So there would be 8 different types of star seeds. And so far, I have looked at 3 of those. So we've looked at Sirius, we've looked at Vega, and we've looked at the Pleiades. Now, apparently there are 5 more. So I guess we've got some work to do here. Now, this is when I would say to you, if you feel like you know about others, right? Any other planetary systems or whatever, or you know people who claim this or that, like whatever. If you feel like there are other ones, please let me know where they're coming from. What planet or constellation or whatever that energy is coming from, so then we can look at those in turn. Okay. I really don't know where else to go from here. I want to look more at markings, so I guess I'm going to do that still. Let's look at any marking that would say, like, for sure, that the person was not, like, from here. Well, I guess that would be a third eye. So if you know someone with a third eye, they're probably not a terrestrial human spirit. It could also be a straight up mark on the forehead. I guess that would make sense. But there is some stuff about the third eye in there, and or a mark on the forehead. Okay. To be fair, the other markings that show up on this card are the 3 slashes. They show up on the shoulders and on the forearms as well. And they show up here. The thing, of course, that is really sticking out to me still, however, is that third eye in the middle of the forehead. So, I mean, if you happen to be born with a visible third eye, then you are probably not a terrestrial human. All right. Well, I guess I will leave it here for now because I don't exactly know where to go from here without looking at very specific star clusters or stars. So we will do that in a series. And also let me know if, other than Sirius, Pleiades, and Vega, if you know of any other places where the star seeds would be coming from. Okay. And that's what we have for now. Peace.